G'day everyone and welcome to a loser's bracket game. Whoa, that was a very, very bad camera angle there that for some reason I just took. Welcome to the loser's bracket. This is where the losing combatants from the first round come to face off to have a second chance, as this tournament is a double elimination. And the game today will be between the German forces of Tazzo, and he will be taking on the mighty American forces of Enskie. And it looks like Tazzo is splitting up his troops quite nicely, and today Strat is on the other side. I'll link his YouTube channel and his Twitch in the description so you know when he's casting these live games. We will not be casting together today because he says he interrupts my entertaining flow. I didn't know that I had an entertaining flow, but now I have an entertaining flow. So that's a nice grenade there from Enskie early on, as I think I should probably turn down the game volume just a tad so I can actually hear myself think and you guys can hear my beautiful voice over the top. AT grenade gets the tree, but also kills that German soldier. The tree was much more important in that first engagement right there. And the machine gunner is back in the nice little window there from Tazzo, identifying the greatest spot for the machine gunner on this map. The other side also has a pretty good spot, but it's not as good as the spot that is on the other side of the map, or the German side. The Volkssturm squad from Tazzo has been bought, not going with a secondary assault squad, even though we went with a regular squad, and he's failing to attack multiple points right now. As you can see, well, the green dots indicated on the mini-map, he is caught in the middle of the map right now, Tazzo. He might be able to get a grenade off. He does get a grenade off. That rifleman will eventually die. He was forced to stand up by the grenade, and his rifle just goes flipping off into the background. So the middle is now being capped by Tazzo. The left is also being assaulted by 3 Volkssturm. The right-hand side is being, I guess, looked at by 5 Volkssturm. They're not very, very offensive and proactive there on that right-hand side. The rifleman from Tazzo is running up behind these logs just to get it maybe a little bit of a bit more sight around the middle point, as here comes some assault soldiers from Enskie. So he's definitely got an assault squad out at the moment. So Volkssturm versus assault squad, I think that the assault squad of the USA was the better buy. But here comes the Flak 38, probably going to head to the right hand side to give his team, or his German Volkssturm, the dominance on that side. Unfortunately, the grenade was a bit wasted there, as the soldier already died before the grenade exploded. Here comes a secondary grenade to finally kill off his rifle. No, he throws it away quite impressively, and now another Volkssturm will be forced to run up. He will throw another grenade. Will Enskie get out of there in time? No, he definitely won't get out of there in time this time, as he was shot in the face before he could throw the grenade and run away miraculously like his previous amazing little stunt. Middle is now being capped by the Americans once again. I think there's 3 or 4 blokes in there. Now there's one less, as that guy takes a shot to the face. Left hand side is still not under any assault from the one they call Tazzo. Here comes an assault squad, so he's already gone with all 3 lower class, or not really all 3 lower class, all 3 first tier, I guess you could call it, because they're on the first row, but 3 infantry squads already been put into action by Tazzo, and some of the assault squad soldiers are heading to this left-hand sided point. He's probably going to want to put up some sandbags along there, as we see Enskie has been hurriedly putting up stationary defenses, I guess, which are sandbags. They're not going to be moving around too much, but he's putting up a little bit of static emplacement. Fagging and bagging, as many like to call it. I think he's also got 4 riflemen over here, Tazzo, so he should be able to put up some sandbags and defend his point with ease. But the flak is having trouble pathfinding its way to the right-hand flag, which is always a problem. Tazzo throws a nice little grenade, and he will definitely get the kill on that assault SMG soldier. No, he won't definitely get the kill on that assault SMG soldier, as it's currently 0-14. Enskie has got away to a very commanding lead early on. USA soldier won't die, but the middle is still being capped by the Germans, and eventually he perishes. So the middle is now ticking up for the Germans. I don't think Tazzo has actually owned a point yet in this game. He needs another Volkssturm squad to go right, maybe, or an assault squad to go right, or maybe even a Brandenburger squad to go right in 1 minute and 53 seconds. He might not even get there at the rate he's going. But here comes an assault SMG soldier in crouch mode all the way up to the front lines. He should throw his grenade now. He does just throw his grenade before and gets a double kill on Enskie soldiers behind that sandbag line. Or maybe he got a triple kill, I don't really know, but I saw 2 bodies fall as another grenade comes in. Bit of a waste, as the soldier already died, but oh well, he's definitely going to be dead now. He's just died twice, so he will not be taking any further part in this battle. What is this? A Stuart from Enskie is coming to the middle. If the flak was out on the field earlier, it probably could have done a little bit now, bit more damage, a bit better. But right now, the Stuart is definitely going to counter that flak. We need to see some AT men, some paratroopers over from Tazzo. Look like they're lining up to assault that right-hand flag. Can we get a sneaky Panzerschreck in around here somewhere? Maybe even an AT rifle to the side would be brilliant. But the paratroopers are now being split up. I don't know if he's going to save some for the middle when all these other soldiers die there, but it looks like he's going to have to, as more assault squad riflemen, no more regular riflemen, just pile into the middle from the American soldiers right now. The machine gunner in that window has been taken out, as he's no longer there, so I'm going to assume that he's been taken out. Maybe he's just running into a different direction. There's the 30 cal machine gunner from Enskie, so he's using his hero points quite effectively. Not so much in Tazzo's point of view, but I suppose he could have got the veteran sniper, but that, yeah, 1v1 veteran sniper, wouldn't really recommend it. I'd wait for the Brandenburger squad, which comes up in 25 seconds. He's just bought an AT squad to come to the middle to try and take out this Stuart. Unfortunately for Tazzo, though, all his hard work on the left and the middle is coming undone a little bit by this Stuart, and the right-hand side being capped by Enskie. It's 0-22. Nobody is ticking up right now. The score is completely stagnant. But once Enskie can finally capture this middle point, that 30 cal machine in a beautiful position there, doing a double team with the Stuart, controlling the center. Once he caps this point, Enskie, he'll be ticking up closer to that 50-point mark. Is that the machine gun? No, it was a paratrooper. Was it the paratrooper machine gun? No, it wasn't. That is just a normal carabiner 98k rifle, as he's still firing on that sandbag line, trying to kill off those paratroopers, which are cemented behind this building, or maybe some of them are inside the building. As no, I don't think any of them are inside the building. It looks like they might be all scattered around behind, but here's the AT soldier. We need a Panzer III right now from Tazzo to even up this game. There's no way the American soldiers got all the way up here. I don't know why that AT support infantry, don't know why that AT infantry was wielding his SMG when he clearly needed to be wielding that Panzerschreck to take out that Stuart. AT support infantry soldier picks it up, and he's going to dash down the road looking for the sidearm of that Stuart. I think he might be able to get to him here if he can turn the corner quickly enough. Here we go, take that shot in direct control. He gets the engine damage. Hopefully it catches fire. It won't catch fire. No, it will catch fire, so that Stuart will blow up any second now. I don't know why he's going to run around the corner. Probably should just waited and then maybe crouch down and try to find his way into a bush. But that is hull destroyed, so the middle is now completely Stuartless. I want the flak to be here right now. Flak needs some Volkssturm around it. Pop it up right here, cut down all the soldiers at the middle, and easily cap that center flag, which is what Tazzo needs at the moment. He needs one more flag. It's been a good game so far, 0-28. It's probably not going to be the longest if it keeps going the way it is, but he needs... Is that a shotgun trooper? Yes, it is a shotgun trooper from Enskie, so he's been studying up on how to play the USA forces in a nice urban environment, as that will keep anyone who pops out in one of those windows tied down. So one shotgunner can just control so much of an area. It's very, very overpowered. But here comes Panzer Grenadiers from Tazzo Bite. I'd send him to the right-hand side. Maybe he watched the game that somebody played against Notes, which you guys haven't seen yet, but you will have seen. Well, you guys haven't seen yet as of right now as I'm talking, but you guys will have seen it because it would have been uploaded before this game. But it looks like all the Panzer Grens are going to the middle, and that was the game that Phoenix beats Notes with a very, very good Panzer Grenadier spam with those Panzerfaust using to the major effectiveness, and that shotgun trooper or the 30 cal machine gunner cuts down 3 Panzer Grenadiers in a row. Shotgun trooper was finally taken out, but that 30 cal definitely did a lot of the damage. It's 72-73%. I don't think he's going to be able to get a point though. It's 0-30 right now on the board. 20 points left until Enskie can move through to the second round of the losers bracket. Here comes a paratrooper though, sneaking up, probably wants to kill the American soldier who's situated in this area of the zone. Shoots at the half track, quite stupidly actually, and sandbags are just floating by the look of it. Oh no, they're actually on the ground. I thought they might have been floating. Bit of an addition to the Men of War physics that we all love. Paratroopers now in the center, capping back this point. Is that the machine gun paratrooper? No, it's not. It is the rifle paratrooper who's got a bit of a sniper action going on. Wields his AT grenade, probably wants to kill this soldier here, but gets shot in the back of the head before he can actually turn around and throw his AT grenade, so that was probably not the best play from Tazzo, but here's that flak. That's a good option. Probably should move it up to around here so I can actually start shooting and cutting down. Middle zone is decapped. Tazzo is ticking up in points. He's 1-30. Left-hand zone is about to be capped by the Americans, so he's probably going to be stuck at 2 at the moment. Middle zone needs a Panzer Grenadier in there. He gets a Panzer Grenadier in there. Just lay down. Don't worry about shooting down that machine gunner. Sit down because the flak will do all the work. I wonder if the Croc's up. I can't hear anything yet, but I wouldn't mind some Brandenburger. I think the paratroopers with the Panzerfaust would have been taken out. I don't think he would have picked them back up, but it definitely looks as though the Panzer Grenadiers were easily taken out. A machine gunner from Tazzo Bite coming to the middle. There is a soldier up here-ish. Oh, no, it is a Panzer Grenadier with a Panzerfaust, so he might be able to turn this corner and shoot. He's going to have to watch out for that tree, though. Engine damage, from the Flak 38, I was going to say. That explodes and gets a couple of these, what are they, Marines that are hiding around this corner. Gets a couple of the Marines as well, and also lowers their health. Didn't necessarily have to kill them, just lowered their health, which always helps. Here comes a Panzer G from Tazzo, making its way probably to the mid-right-hand zone. Would want a Volkssturm squad in this area if I was Tazzo at the moment. Middle is now being capped by the Germans once again, 2-30, so the Marine charge was able to decap the capping of the zone for the German team of Tazzo, but his Panzerfaust soldier is still sitting around in that corner. Very, very nice. The grenade goes off nowhere near the Panzer Grenadier soldier. Didn't even really have to duck down. Marines are still scattered through this area, being tied down a little bit because the Flak is denying any access that Enskie has through this zone. Very well played by Tazzo. He's cutting off one avenue of attack, which is up this little hill, and the other avenue of attack, which is through the center of these two buildings. But I hear a tank in the background. It might be a croc. It is definitely a croc. On Bocage, crocs can destroy your game. But right now, I want to see the G get nice and aggressive on this Sherman, but it's not going to, as it's going to get behind those buildings before the G can do anything. G won't be able to charge up. I'm pretty sure it's got enough infantry cover to charge up here and take a side shot at this Sherman Crocodile, but it doesn't look like it is going to do that. No, maybe it is. It's charging up. It's got something back here. I don't really know what it's shooting at back here. Maybe there's an AT gun that we haven't seen. But, whoa, that's a very, very high grenade. Very, very lobby grenade there I saw. But here comes the Sherman Crocodile into the center to take out this Flak 38. That would be the best idea. This is where we need the Panzer Grenadiers. I think he's still got one in there. He does. He's going to run back a little bit and hide. Flak is having HE shells shot at it. But as we can see, the Sherman is hitting all the way back here. And the Flak is going to take some shots at the Sherman. It's not going to get any penetration unless it was shooting at the side or at the engine. The Croc is also a little bit wary about coming in the middle. This is good play from Enskie because he knows his Panzer Grenadiers out. He really doesn't know where they are. This is where we need a Panzer Grenadier to be laid down in this tree cover that has fallen and created a little bit of extra cover for the German troops on, well, in this smoked area. I think that might have been the USA player of Enskie who threw those smoke grenades out. Right hand side is also being capped, so it might be looking at a 3 cap, and when it's a 3 cap and a 1v1, the points go absolutely ballistic. So many players have been telling me that, like, whoa man, a 3 cap is like ridiculous. If you get a 3 cap against you, it's pretty much game over. But unfortunately, Tazzo needs to put one soldier inside this right hand point at this moment. Enskie's Marines are doing the job against the Panzer Grenadiers in the middle, capping it all day long. That US Marine has gunned down that Panzer Grenadier, but at the moment we still see Tazzo ticking up 9-30. He's coming back nice and slow. The Sherman 76 up against the Panzer G. The Panzer G took out the Sherman, but right now will be destroyed by the Sherman 76, so that's nothing doing there. Needs to get a soldier inside this point. I still don't know if he thinks he has a soldier in that point, but he definitely doesn't. As we can see, he's not capping up to anyone, indicated by the white flag. Middle is just about to become American. He needs to stop this cap from happening right now in Tazzo to keep his points ticking up. The Panzer Grenadier is doing his best, but he's not going to be able to keep them all off as the Marines are now pushing forward. That Panzer Grenadier unfortunately loses his life, and an SMG soldier comes in the middle. Flamethrower from Tazzo Bite. We might be able to see some crispy USA soldiers all around the battlefield right now, as the Sherman 76 is doing some blitzkrieging maneuvers on the right-hand side of Tazzo Bite, the left-hand side of Enskie. He feels he's pretty safe. Germans are finally capping this point. Tazzo finally got a Volkssturm inside that squad. This is where we need a Panzer Grenadier or an AT infantry soldier up in these bushes, as Phoenix showed that he was an expert at playing Bocage, as having Panzer Grenadiers in all these bushes around and just firing at T-70s and whatever notes brought up. But the Sherman 76 looking pretty commanding over on this left-hand side from the American point of view. He's pushing up with conscripts in front of it, is Enskie, so that's good work there. Here comes a Marder from Tazzo. Not the greatest counter to a Sherman 76. It probably needs to come through here and wait till the Sherman 76 moves up enough that it gets a side shot. Wouldn't be taking it head on with a Marder, but I suppose each to their own, as it's 13-30 right now. Enskie is definitely being pulled back by Tazzo after his early rampaging start from Enskie. Went shot to 30 love up or 30-0 up, and now is absolutely struggling to find any points. But Marines are moving onto this right hand side. They'll definitely begin to cap once that Volkssturm has been blown up by a HE shell and gunned down by the 50 cal gunner. I reckon if APCR was loaded. He should have snuck up around here and taken some beautiful side shots into that Sherman 76. I don't know if the 76 can see the Marty yet. We can see the 76, but I'm really unsure if Tazzo wants to kill it or not. I haven't looked at the left-hand side for a while, and that's because, well, this is happening. Back in the middle, it's much more interesting, as there's a lot of micro going on. Shotgunners being spammed from Enskie. He's got to stop them moving a little bit sooner than that, though. He'll definitely be taken out. Flamethrower from Tazzo comes in and makes sure that body of the shotgun trooper is going to cook, as he did not want any undead shotgunners running around, I guess. 16-30 right now. Tazzo slowly making his way back into this game. He's coming back, but ever so slowly. And with the Germans, doesn't really matter if you go slow or fast, because they're pretty damn good at both. Pretty damn good at blitzkrieging, and have a very, very strong later game, as many players know. And the flamethrower is just going to carve up every single building, or set alight every single building it can, to make sure any American soldiers hiding are completely destroyed. Probably would have had a go here from Tazzo. Would have run the flamethrower out, trying to, or maybe even crawled him out to there to try and get Enskie's Sherman 76 a fire hull damage, or fire hull destroyed, or engine damage, which turns into a flame damage, which would mean his death. The flamethrower couldn't get around the corner in time to destroy all the airborne squad. Marta is still back here. I don't know if it took a shot at the 76, but it's definitely looking in a better direction now from what I last saw. 100% on that flag. Left-hand zone, though, has just been completely rushed by airborne soldiers from Enskie. So I said nothing was going on the left-hand side, and then 30 seconds later I look back and it now belongs to the US of A. So I gave the left-hand side a little bit less credit than what it deserves, I guess. As, oh, that would have been a nice... Oh, it's only a Voltron person. I thought it was maybe a paratrooper or maybe an SMG soldier. Could have got some easy side shots around those sandbags and destroyed those two American soldiers, which are capping the zone. 17-30 right now. 13 points of difference. Game is at a stall, as nobody controls a majority of the points. I suppose the USA in about 10 seconds are going to cap this left-hand flag and begin to rule the game. But the Marta needs to maybe push up around into here and keep itself covered in bushes, I guess. That would probably be the best way to go about it. I don't think it's going to be able to push up here and get a side shot at all on that 76. Would be interesting if it did. We might see a Panther or something right now, because... Oh no, that's a Panzer Grenadier squad there from Tazzo, because I was going to say, been saving up quite a bit at the moment. Haven't seen any hero points used, so maybe he's banking for that Veteran Tiger, and if he banks for that Veteran Tiger, that is well played there, as a Veteran Tiger banking a 1v1 is always good, but he's got to hold off for another 3 minutes. If this game went for another 3 minutes, I reckon it'd probably be about 45-17, and that's not when you want to be rolling out a Veteran Tiger. At the most, he only wants to let Enskie get to about 40, so he's going to need to cap this left or right-hand side. Splitting up his Panzer Grenadiers expertly right now is Tazzo, taking out these airborne soldiers right now. There's multiple around there, though, with those fast-firing rifles, and the bar that's also devastating and will tear up any Panzer Grenadier left out in the open. He needs a machine gunner up on these rocks around here to pin down those soldiers. Middle is also being rushed at the moment. Airborne squad once again by Enskie. A bit of a spam there. It's always good. Panzer Grenadier spam, you could argue, is also going up right now from Tazzo. Where is the Panzerfaust right now? This is where we need the Panzerfaust to be sneaking around. I don't think he is, though, because a lot of his Panzer Grenadiers with the Panzerfaust went to the other side. If that veteran sniper could shoot the gunner off the top of this half-track, that would be much appreciable, as the Marta probably should take some shots at that half-track, actually. It wouldn't be too bad revealing its position to kill off that half-track. I was going to kill off some of the half-track, but no, killing off most of the half-track would probably be beneficial. This is where a flamethrower is needed at the middle from Tazzo. Probably used his flamethrower a little bit prematurely, as we saw it. Didn't really burn up anything except for the one soldier sitting behind this wall, but bars are now in play from Enskie's got that double bar action. Probably would want to put one here and maybe one on this side of the point, so they can kind of crossfire at angles perpendicular to each other, killing the Panzer Grenadier soldiers and pinning them down from both sides. No Panzerfaust around here. I suppose it's track damage now, so it should die. I'd probably just focus on crouching those Panzer Grenadiers down so you don't lose a whole squad to a half-track that is completely tracked and immobile at the moment. I'm reckoning that was a smoke grenade there by Enskie, as it wouldn't have been an AT grenade like in his round 1 game where he threw the AT grenade and just decided not to explode. 17-42 right now. Veteran Tiger is still 1.5 minutes away. Tazzo might not last that long. I think if it went for 1.5 minutes like this, wouldn't be seeing a Tazzo win, especially when it's 2 points to 0, about to be a 3 cap in the favour of Enskie. 17-44, definitely not going to call him out of it, as he's got a lot of Panzer Grenadiers up on this side. Needs a 2-2-2 to tear through here and also probably try and flank the middle, but then it can't because the 76 is right there. Tiger, though, from Tazzo. Yes, okay, but he's going to want some infantry in front of it. Marta and Tiger are going to do a bit of a double team on this. Sherman 76 in the middle. Tiger is a great tank to buy for the 76, but the problem is it's probably been a little bit too late at the moment. H wouldn't have gone as well, but he probably could have got the H. He's just going to waste his Marta here. Not even really going to get a shot. What? Enskie 76 was so unlucky to hit that. Doesn't really matter about this Marta's heroics, though, because it's 17 to 48 anyway, and Tazzo, no matter how many amazing kills he gets, it's 17 to 49, so it will be game over. I'll catch you guys next time. I'll link strat stuff in the description. Catch you in the next round. Enskie says GG. Well played, Tazzo. Enskie will go to round 2.